Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson, you are live on the set, and I'm going to take you around the world with me. My dream as a minimalist CEO, turning my clients' dreams into reality is what I do, showing that success is truly for everyone. Hey, you guys, I've got new shows weekly. Stay tuned and live your best life.
Wow.
Good morning, you guys. How are you? Good evening in the U.S., you guys. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Heroes Day in the Philippines. If you're in the Philippines Islands, in the States, oh my God, crazy weekend. You guys know all the riots, and now there's more killings as well in the States. You guys, crazy news back home. My prayers go out to all of you guys. Last week, you guys saw we had the U.S. Ambassador Harry Thomas on, and we talked about entrepreneurship and expats abroad, about 8.7 million of us. And we talked about how you guys need to make sure that you vote and send those things in, because now more than ever, the folks back home that are still struggling, still in the hood, need our votes and our love and our support more than ever. And with 8.7 million expats living all around the world, you guys, there's a ton of us out here, and we need to help the folks back home, you guys. So if you're abroad, go ahead and get that absentee ballot. He got you vote.org, by the way, but you guys vote while you're out here. Also, you saw this past week, also had that segment where I talked about quit your job. You guys hate your boss. You guys want to make more money. About 40 million Americans lost their jobs, you guys. About 100 million all over the world. So not many of you, some of you are just not even quitting your jobs. You actually need to get a job. So I talked about how to quit your job. That was a really popular, nice segment. I'm Kareem Jackson. You guys saw the intros and you were live on the set, you guys. I help woke entrepreneurs to minimalize their cluttered lifestyles, to outsource their business processes, and to make more profits, more money, and to live the life they love and they've dreamed of. While they do it, that's what I do. And this week, you guys, another question that we get, and a lot of people now, of course, with all the COVID, and then of course 2008, everything went digital and everything outsourced, and they're putting in asking, how can I turn my small niche magazine in this city in the States or in Europe, or how can I turn my book into something digital? Because now maybe they're already existing, but now they've got to evolve, and they really realize finally that they've got to get online and they've got to go through and get digital with their publications. So I get this question about how can I turn my print magazine into a digital best-selling magazine all the time. And so today, this episode is all about that. So I mainly make my money in publications, and the things that come out of publishing publications or being a writer, that's how I do it. So a lot of you guys that are publishing out there that are used to that brick and mortar publishing, you guys know I had a 10,000 square foot office space in downtown in the US. I had 100 people working with me back in the day. I know how it is to have that cumbersome, crazy, heavy magazine or publishing marketing business. And now I know that you can really take that digital. Your publication, if you are struggling to print right now, like most people are, and you're not only wondering how to go digital, but how to make money at it, how to really turn it to where it's actually something that benefits your clients. It's not like you're running and scampering because you're losing your momentum. It's actually an innovation for you. It's actually something new and exciting for you. So anyway, without further ado, you guys, the first thing I think that you guys should be able to do is to go ahead, you guys, and you've got to sit with your team and you've got to conceptualize. You've got to really take the thing into your mind. You've got to really understand you have to see this vision, or no one else is going to be able to see this vision. Because I won't say that print is dying, but you already know that you should have done this a long time ago. You know it. There's no doubt about it. No one's worried about it anymore. But if you're working for a printer or a publisher, and then you're arguing with them maybe a year ago or 5 years ago about having to move into this direction, then you already know now that they should have done that, because COVID-19 pushed all of us forward into the future. Okay. Now everyone has realized, every advertiser, every client, every business, every publisher has realized that you have got to be digital. If you are not digital, you are pretty much going to be dead. Okay. Understand, print is not dead. It's evolved. So what happens is that everything that you do when you're printing that magazine or you're getting that magazine ready to print, everything that you do in that is the same thing that you're going to do when you have a digital magazine. And nothing's really going to change. It's not like you're going to pop up and then all of a sudden it's going to be easier and better and things can be just changed really quick for you. And that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you guys are going to be able to realize that now you can really level up your marketing and publishing game. And now you can really, really get out there and you can make this happen for your people. Vision is the most valuable skill that you're going to need through this transition. You're going to be able to visualize what you see with this digital publication, how it works, how you're going to talk to your clients or your advertisers to let them know how it's different with advertisements now. Because in America, for example, maybe you're paying $2,000 per page for advertising in a magazine, for example. If you're looking at this anywhere in the world, you know that publishing goes by the American standard. So if you're abroad, you're paying 50 or 80,000, for example, 100,000 per page. You're an entrepreneur, you already have vision, but if you're working in a company, you're trying to push the digital game, then maybe you have to have the vision, then it's not natural to you. But you must be able to see it, visualize it, so that you can intend to sell it to people. See what you intend to become. Like the company is going to change. Understand that. When you're going digital, it's a different business now. You can articulate it to your team, your readers, and your advertisers, because conceptualization, you guys, is a very key component when it comes to sales. You know that. And really think, if we have a magazine that's hard copy like this, for example, and then we want to put this onto our phones, what is that going to look like? So of course, in digital, we also mean online. So online means that your magazine is in some PDF format and they can see it on your website, but that is not digital. Okay. That's an addition to digital. So now your magazine is in print, online, and digital. That's what we're going to achieve in this conversation. The digital component means that they're on their phone, maybe, right? And they're looking at an app and they're flipping through that app and they're able to see an ad, for example, for Hooters restaurant. And they can see that ad, they can click on it. Maybe the menu pops up. There's interactiveness. Maybe it clicks and it goes to their website and they're seeing it from their phones, usually linked to your site, to your magazine, to where maybe they can click on, they can see your magazine and they can download it, or they can have it on their phone at any time to look through each edition, because maybe your issues are about Pacific health things or Pacific fashion things and things like that. But now there's a new market of people out there that like digital products. Probably a younger market, a hipper market, and people that have their payments and their credit cards and their PayPals on their phones. So if they want to buy something or get a ticket from you or support one of your advertisers, they can do it in real time. There's also folks that are on the computers and they want to read on their laptops or on their desktops in the office, or listen to music you may play if you're a music magazine. They may want to look at the recipes when they're at work to prepare for dinner when they go home. Or you may have a magazine on tech or IT, so people are actually looking in the magazine and reading articles and things which have to do with their work. Those are 3 different consumers that you didn't have before. If you're print, you only know folks that hold the book in their hand and they read it. That is like dinosaur age now. Now you want to be able to reach people wherever they are, and you want your one magazine to be able to offer all those solutions to your advertisers. So that's what I'm talking about when I say conceptualization. The next thing I'm going to tell you about right now is you've got to think about timing. Timing is crucial, okay? Timing is a big deal when it comes to it, because now that you're going digital, a lot of different options happen to you. Will you be biannually, quarterly, or a monthly magazine? Remember, digital content can be real time, daily, like such as with events. You can be a monthly magazine, but you can have posts for events on your online situation or on your digital publication every day. When you have a digital publication over printing publications, timing is about billing. Maybe clients can't afford to pay that money every day or every month or every week if you're a weekly magazine, but they can afford to pay it every quarter. So when it comes down to it, maybe your magazine now goes to quarterly instead of monthly, for example, but you have digital editions every single month. Maybe that's how you do it. In other words, you got to consider what you want to give for your clients. We actually charge the same amount of money for the digital as we charge for anything else. We've never actually raised our prices. Are you going to keep the same editorial calendar that you had before? But when you conceptualize it, are you going to add in monthly, moment by moment updates, weekly thing updates like that? Because what happens is maybe the customers that are in the magazine stay in the magazine, and you just give them the digital online components pretty much for free. And you allow them to upgrade if they want to add videos and things like that to their ads. But maybe another clientele that you may have are clients that have nothing to do with your publication, that aren't in your magazine at all, but maybe they're on your website or on your digital component of your magazine, and that's it. Clients out there that just pay you to be on your website. They want you to post features or articles on their clients. That's kind of the new thing for ad agencies. And they have no intention, no need to actually be inside of the magazine. But maybe your magazine, for example, say it's IT, or say it's about gardening or chef. Your magazine's popular, which means I assume that your website is popular, which means you need to have a website, of course, too. Keep that in mind. But then now they say, okay, well, the magazine itself comes out quarterly. We have an event coming up next month. Can we just be posted on your website or on your social media pages that link to your website right now? No need to be in the magazine. Oh, sure, it costs this amount of money. And without digital and without online components, you couldn't get that money. You know what I'm talking about, publishers. You had to actually wait or lose that money or do the next event. So you really think about most of your clients before were static businesses. Maybe some events, if your magazine was monthly or quarterly or about nightlife or something like that. But mainly the whole, put your ad or your promo or your tutorial or your promotional video or your commercial on our website or our digital magazine, anytime for this amount of money was not even an option to us back in the day. The two timings is, one is if it's for your existing clients, can they afford to pay you monthly, quarterly, or whatever? If they can't, this is a great time for you to change those editorial calendars to where it's more affordable to your clients. Two, the timing being crucial, meaning now you have clients that can come in at any time to have ads digitally or on your website and social media that you couldn't have had before. They can be from anywhere in the world. So you got to make sure from that point that you guys get a website app. So we're assuming you have a website. We're assuming that you understand that you're going to have a PDF flip version on your website that people can download and they can see it, especially if you're like a tutorial or a tech magazine or cooking magazine. But you also have the digital component that's on their phone that's pretty much interactive, right? So you want to make sure that you also go ahead and spend the extra money, the extra time, and create an app which goes onto the phone, like with Google or next to your Facebook app and things like that, where the actual readers you already have, especially, and your clients can just click it and they can read the edition. It's easier for someone to go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and to download the app, and they understand it more than it is for them to actually go through and go to your website and read it. And the marketing, and I say why to get a website app, changes from hard copy to digital. And a hard copy, you have the ad, it's there, it's pretty much flat, and there's nothing much you can really do with it. And they look at it, they love it. It's mainly for branding. And that's old school. That's great. That's the way it was done. It worked. But now you can actually have call to action advertisements or promotion for your clients, because now you can tell them to go ahead, click on this, and go right to their website. You can really go through and you can really hit it heavy. And that's a thing that we did not have before. It's an up. It's like, whoa, okay. That means if someone loves you and they know that you're hard copy, they're going to be really happy that now they can see you anywhere, anytime, and they can send your articles to their friends, their family, their coworkers. They're going to be excited about it. Digital is an upgrade. It's like our content is available anywhere at any time. That's a great thing. The publishers, are influencers now. I mean, it just evolved, and now everyone's getting into the game. So when you go digital, remember, it's not a negative thing. It's a great thing. You're crazy excited about this. We're so excited. We're going digital. So we're going to now reach people all over the world with your content, with your ads. You're excited. So after you do this, the next thing you need to really make sure that you do, you guys, is to go ahead out there everywhere and promote, and then promote some more. So you go ahead and you make promotional banners. You make sure everyone knows you have a new way to receive your publication with exclusive digital features and content. This is not a reaction to the pandemic, and you should not be conveyed as such unless it is marked as a solution to reach readers on lockdown. However, on the contrary, this is an opportunity to innovate and to level up your publication and readership, you guys. That is the pitch. Your whole thing is like, oh my God, because of the pandemic, we want to make sure that everyone's staying safe. So we've decided to go ahead and launch a digital version of our magazine. It comes out next month, you guys. It is going to be so great. There's a da-da-da-da-da. You want to just go ahead and really get excited about it. You want to bring these folks to the party. You want to be like, no, we're taking you guys with us. You guys are our advertisers. We love you. Our print magazine magazine is still number one, or it's still great, or it's still powerful, it's still effective. Our readers are active and they move and they spend their money. But now we're going to get more readers. We're going to reach them in more ways, and we're going digital. We're going to be online. Real talk, you guys, do not talk about your publication when you're on interviews. You are not selling ads when you're on interviews. Instead, talk about your content, your sponsors, your features, your social topics to drive people to your digital online publication. Keep people from going out to the newsstands and getting COVID, and they can get their magazines from you, their ads, they're all the things on their phones, because you don't want to make it to where your advertisers think that now you should be charging less for your advertising. That's what you do when you come off with this defeated, oh my God, now we're going digital attitude, because you value printing. But millions and millions of people don't read books. They don't read physical magazines, but they read because, one, it's paper, it's ink, it's cumbersome. Why would you own those? And even Americans, there's Magster. Why would I own a magazine? Maybe a few of them to have in my house for the few guests that come, and even less guests now with COVID. But the whole idea is that you're launching this. This is an addition to. This is an upgrade. This is more exposure for them, global exposure now. Now, when you're talking, they can actually go to their phones and they can see the article right now. See that B? That's Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine. That's one of my publications. And you guys know the E there, right? The E, you guys know that, right? You guys know the E is Outsource Everything. That's my Outsource Everything ebook. So you want to go ahead and understand that you guys go to podcasts, you're promoting, but you're promoting your advertisers and your content, not the publication itself. So after that, you guys, the next thing you want to make sure that you do is understand that the way that you're going to drive this, the way that you're going to show people that the value of your publication, and you want to make sure that when you're doing your publishing now, that you understand that the marketing tool you have to drive to your digital, to your website, is exclusive digital content and features. So now you want to tell the client, you're selling your advertisements, for example, for them, right? So now you want to be able to say, copywriting for digital readers is different. It can be done in real time and it can be interactive. The content writers for digital content are usually in addition to your regular articles and writers. Technically, digital content writers rebrand and repurpose writing done by traditional writers. Additionally, advertisers can come from anywhere in the world, like I said before, who seek your demographic for your product or your services or tourism, for example. For example, say that you have a directory in your publication, in your magazine, a list of restaurants, for example, say in your city that you're promoting. So you can only show 100 of them in your actual hard copy of your magazine, because what happens after that is that the memory is too much and you can't do it, and right? We all know that issue, right? So what happens is online, now you have exclusive digital content and features. That means that maybe your directory online is 500 restaurants, but only 100 of those are shown in the hard copy magazine. So when you go to clients, for example, say that it costs $1,000 to be listed in your magazine's hard copy, and you only have a spot for 100 of them. That's $100,000. But then now you have another customer that you can add to your sales list, add to your media kit, that's going to be digital content exclusive. So maybe it's $500. Not $1,000, but you have another 400, and you give the 100 guys that are paying you the 1,000, they get it for free, but you have another 400 advertisers that can have their list on your website itself. So that becomes exclusive digital content. So now there's companies out there, especially companies that are international, that can ship and things like that. Maybe they want to reach your advertising market also, as well as your readership. So they do that by posting on your website. They do that by having feature articles on your website. They do that by being part of your digital content, or having ads in your digital content, or having an ad in the magazine, because their ad in the digital is going to be different. Maybe other advertisers, their digital ads are flat, but these new advertisers, they pay a little bit more, but they go ahead and their ad is on your website, on your app, and there's an interactive, you can book directly. These things that are popping out, those things can be done with digital advertising. It can be really interactive, real time. They can pay their bill or book a hotel room on an ad in your digital magazine. Understand, put your entire publication online. Don't play games. Don't chase here. Put your whole thing online. Don't play the game with people to where, online, the limited articles. And entrepreneurship success is about systems and ways to make money, ways to promote, and things like that, without having to work and talk to clients face to face. So I'm just saying, put your entire magazine online. Now what it is, you want to make sure that your advertisers know that they are everywhere. There is no barriers to seeing their ads. There's no barriers. Our magazine, that's Budokan Lifestyle magazine coming out, that the cover is already out. You can see the cover. When the spreads are done with being laid out, we post them online. We promote them so heavy before. Even the videos, the behind the scenes, we put all that out there before the actual magazine comes out, because we want the advertisers that we have to know we're not about just getting sales money for our magazines. Our magazines are free, or either you can get them someplace for free. You can download them. That's not the issue. Even before, our magazines in print were free, but we wanted to make sure that we were face to face with this new print versus digital and online thing. When you're talking to your advertiser, you want to be able to say, we have 100% distribution. When I leave here today with your check, we'll go ahead and have your ad uploaded on our website tonight. So after that, you guys, you got that all figured out. Then you go through and you understand that now, as I said before, you can see our new digital magazine on our website. You know, that's what you want to be able to say. So the publication, now that you have this hard copy, so you'd be promoting saying, come to our launch party, for example, right? And get your copy. So now people go to your website and they can click it, and now they can actually see the magazine on your website. You have that advantage. That means your advertisers are now online also. Now with digital, now you're driving saying, see our new digital magazine on our website. Or of course you have an app, you can say our app, because now that's a new market of people. So the next thing, you guys, you're online, you're digital, your thing is rolling. You want to be able to sell your publication. Set up your PayPal, you guys. If you're in America, you've got to make sure that you set up your PayPal. You may think it's cheesy, you may not like it, but a lot of people use it. Tons of readers use it. And if you have the money and you can set up a real situation where you're getting paid online and things like that, okay, very great, wonderful, good for you. But typically, no, that's not going to happen. People do use their credit cards. They do have millions and millions and millions and millions of freaking users. You can take credit cards from PayPal. If you're in America and some other countries, you can actually have a swiper for your cell phone from PayPal. I love the conversion. I love that I can go ahead and withdraw money anywhere in the world, my PayPal card. And I love that folks back home in America, they're used to it. It's on their phone. Most of them can just click it on their phone and pay their bill or buy an ebook from their phone. No big deal. We're going to get for our next to the last one here, you guys. You guys may have figured this out by now. Videos are king, you guys. No doubt about it. Videos are definitely king. Right now, when it comes down to it, another ability that you have promotional videos, tutorials, even print advertisers, which can also have their commercials available within your digital magazine content. That is amazing. Videos are key. Like you're watching this video right now, so that you know that it's key. So you got to make sure videos are done. Do your videos, promote your magazine, because remember the digital component now, it's online. Someone's going to look in their phone and they're going to see your advertisement, and that's how they're going to do it. So make sure that you guys understand that you need to give them the tools they need to be able to be successful, because ultimately what you're doing is you're selling the advertisement to the people. So you want your advertisers to know, yes, we can do videos for you. You see all of our commercials and things like that. A lot of folks don't like to see them, but those are commercials for our advertisers. We create the commercial spots for them. We create the logo animations for them and things like that, because we want the ads within our website to be cute and to be nice. So that's why we do it. And if you guys stay till the end, we have a bonus for you. The last one here, you guys, we want to make sure that you guys really understand that, hate to say it, you guys, you want to talk about it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Print versus digital cost, you guys. But you need to understand, what are you spending on printing right now? Ask yourself that question, the gross number, including the getting it there, the shipping it there, the checking, if you have to go check the printing press and things like that. Include all that into what you're spending right now, okay? And how many real readers do you have on your printing copies of your magazine? Do you have a website? Another question to ask yourself. You don't need to get one. Do your readers or advertisers, fans, event goers also have social media? And do they visit your website if you have a website? Okay, if you took the entire cost of printing, including the media kits, okay, including all the collaterals, right, and you allocated it to online or digital venture for your magazine, would that be effective? Would that be what works for you? You want to really understand that if you spend, for example, $100,000 in printing, you would allocate that whole entire budget to digital if it was me. Maybe if your times are hard and you're cutting back, you allocate 50% of that to digital. So $50,000 you allocate to digital, and you really create this infrastructure. And then maybe I would offset that by saying that what I asked you about, knowing how many real readers do you have, real advertisers do you have, which tells me how many real copies do you need to print. Because the issue now, people are online, people are digital. A book, a hard copy, a magazine, that's like a collector's item. That's like a souvenir. That's like something very special. If you guys see the new Vogue, the new, those magazines are like really, really, really great books now. They're not like a regular magazine that you see around the city, around the country, around the world. Okay. They've made to where if you have that hard copy of that publication, oh my God, that is like having a really great coffee table book, right? So you want to keep that in mind. So if you have 100,000 magazine dollars you're spending, for example, on printing, for example, and then say you print 20,000 copies, but you only have about 5,000 real readers. All the other ones, the 15,000, are going in the trash, are wasted, or either they're returned back to you and they didn't sell, or they didn't get taken, or you're just giving magazines away. Okay. So if that's the case, then you just go ahead and you print those, say 5,000, and you make those 5,000 much nicer. You make the cover thicker. You make the front of it fold out. You upgrade that physical publication to where people really appreciate it and it lasts longer. So they're going to have it in their business. They're going to show it. Inside that publication, you need ads saying, go get and see exclusive content on our website, correct? See our digital download. Go to your phone and download our app and see this, or maybe you saw this publication at a resort, and the resort's an advertiser. That if you go to the resort and you download our app, for example, and you or arrange this, you can get 10% off your stay at this particular resort by downloading our app. So they can download it, then go to the place and show the code or whatever they have because of that. So you want to leverage that hard copy because the hard copy's value actually went up. That's what happened. It's not effective, but it's legitimate, right? So then now you're promoting this online digital component. And truthfully, online digital is another 2 revenue streams for you. Your sales staff needs to understand there are online advertisers that will only advertise and put banners on your website and have links, for example. That's a revenue stream, or 3 revenue streams. Then the digital advertisers are another revenue stream, because the advertisers, for example, that are in your print publication, they're already there. They may say, okay, well, upgrade me. I want to have a video now. I want to have a link now. I want to have the button where you click it and I give you 10% off by using this code from this digital component now. So when you think about the cost, you don't really want to take away the printing cost unless you're going bankrupt, of course. What you want to do is you want to reallocate those funds. Like they say, defund the police in America, right? You want to defund the printing, and you want to upgrade the quality of the printing, but really give those exclusively to the readers you really, really have. So you need to make sure that that's the one thing. That's my bonus for you guys, is I want to make sure that you guys understand you need to have a sales, you need a new digital media kit, because now you're in print, you're online, and you're digital, right? A lot of folks globally, they still reach people the old traditional way. They search, they find your publication, that's like anyone else locally would, and they look for your media kit, and now you need to address those people. And by default, your existing clients see, damn, this guy has an international media kit now. He's definitely grown. Oh my goodness. And they may surprise you as well. And they may want to advertise more. They may want to go global. They may want to say to you, well, how do I get my American product to China or to Asia or to India or Mexico? Whereas the other clients that want to reach Americans or whoever your market might be, they're advertising directly to your readers, or maybe even just to your advertisers. We do a lot of this stuff, you guys. If you guys are out there, we have a really affordable price for helping you to go digital, and we help with the app. We help with the copy editing, changing. We don't do the copywriting for you, but we do help with the changing, the reworking, the repurposing of the copy. We help you with what you can do for your pricing, like what your budget is. Are you going to have a really crazy, robust, digital copy where it's totally interactive? Or are you going to have like a simple one like my ebooks are, for example? Now, local business magazines, for example, local niche magazines, local fashion magazines, local nightlife magazines. This is the time. You guys can reach anyone, just like Vogue, just like any magazine out there. You guys can reach anybody. So if you guys have any topics or things you want to ask, go ahead and ask me, you guys. You can go to Kareem Jackson. I'm live on the set on YouTube, you guys. Also on Facebook, you guys can look at my page there, or you can email me at ask@kareemorteno.com as well. So again, you guys, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you were here, and we're going to see you next time. Cheers.